Hello and welcome back to Prison Architect. I hope you enjoyed last episode and hope this episode is gonna be okay. However, I did make another mistake today. Well, after recording, I noticed that there's no sound and my mic was muted again. But hear me out. This time, before recording, I did all my levels. I made sure everything was working, all the gains and everything were fine, and the pre-recording was good, the test turned out fine, all the sound was excellent. However, I made some adjustments to my physical mic where it was on my desk so I could have a proper distance and whatnot, but during that time I think I accidentally nudged the mute button, and unfortunately I did not notice I clicked that button because the indicator light is obscured by my pop filter. So there we go. We're gonna do another episode where the footage is just fast forward and I'll be talking in the background, and hopefully this is adequate enough. But I want to go back to the old style because I don't know, I'm just more comfortable like that, because if I just fast forward through the video I feel like I got add a lot of filler talk and whatnot, and I really don't know what to talk about. But we're just going to do a quick recap of this episode and then we'll slowly go through the details. But the main thing is we did the solitary, got CCTVs, got the cameras all set up, got metal detectors, and just basically increased the security in general to ensure the safety of all staff and inmates. With that said, we're just going through the grants and ensuring that we can pick off everything we can. By the end of the day, we just have 3 grants left, and those are the milestones as you can see right there. The 50, 100, and 200. I'm pretty sure we could do the 50 next episode. It'll be determined on how fast I could actually build up the prison, but we should be able to do the 50 eventually. 100, I think we could push it to 100. Last time we left off short, but I think this time we could just push on to 100, but I don't think we could meet the 200 milestone because at that point my computer will blow up probably. But as the game progresses, as the alpha progresses and new iterations are released with new features and whatnot, they will probably optimize the game in order for you to build up a large population of the prison. Because right now it's just Alpha 9 and optimization is probably not on their top priority list because it's not even beta yet. Beta is probably the time where they start optimizing the game to run more effectively, more efficiently. So there we go. What are we doing right now? I think we're just adding metal detectors or walls. I forget what I was doing there. Anyways, we got our research done, so we can focus on adding the cameras soon. We gotta build up the security room though, so we're gonna add a wall and a door and put the floor plans down for the security. I did the same thing as last time where one guy is observing multiple monitors, but this time since we're using a lot more cameras, we're gonna have a lot more monitors. And fortunately during this episode we did not have any major incidents. I think there were a couple minor things, but no big riots like last time. We're just gonna connect the power right here, there we go, and just debating how I should connect the generator. Just straight like that's fine. And then we're gonna look down, everything else looks good. We have to make sure we hook up all the metal detectors in the future. So we're going to put that down before the metal detectors go down there. There we go. Just adding little cables here and there to make sure everything's connected. Looking fantastic. Looking great. Awesome. So as that gets done, we can focus our attention to other aspects of the prison. And yeah, that's an issue that I didn't understand. Why one machine was stuffed and all the other machines are not being used? That seems like it's way over capacity, and will that destroy the machine? So it starts electrocuting everyone. I'm not too sure. I did not have any occurrences of disasters in any of my prisons yet. By that I mean I did not have any fires. I did not have any need to call in the emergency people, and I didn't even install any sprinkler systems yet in order to suppress any potential flames that may arise. And that might be something that changes in the near future. I might have to add sprinkler systems here and there just to make sure that my prison doesn't burn down, because that'd be terrible. That'd be something horrible, yeah. But anyways, this episode, not too much to it, just adding security. Like I said before, I'm just going over the same thing I said over and over again, because at the end of the day, I got no clue what to talk about. What are we doing right now? Just adding some metal detectors here and there. Oh, there we go. We got plenty of money coming in from plates. That's good. And I think we got most places covered. The only place I did not add metal detectors is the infirmary and the shower, because I figured the shower's right in the morning after they get up. When they go on to move to the shower, they're walking past the metal detectors there anyways, and that should be adequate enough. There's no need to put the extra metal detectors in the shower, I don't think. At least I hope that's the case. And for the infirmary, there's not too many prisoners going in and out of the infirmary, so I don't really see a big need to put a metal detector there. However, I might change my mind in the future. That's to be determined. I do want to get more doctors though, as the prison population grows, so we could deploy doctors to multiple locations if there are a series of incidents that occur throughout the prison in different areas. So I think we're adding more security to various locations, get increase in patrol, so we have an even distribution of security. And we'll just go ahead and hire more security guards as well. I just hire a couple here, and later on I'm going to hire a few more, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's terrible that I forget what I did in the game already. Wow, that shows you how bad my memory is. But anyways, we're adding more people to the cleaning because we didn't have any there before, and hopefully they clean up the prison well. I'm just trying to think what I want to do next time. I do want to increase the size of the cells. Not increase the size of the cells, but add more jail cells so we could get more prisoners in. We got to figure out a way to solve the laundry, because clothing is still an issue. If you guys have a tip for laundry, then let me know, because that seems to be the biggest problem I have right now. The laundry, it doesn't really reach to all the cells in time before they start complaining. So I'm not too sure if that's me or the game. Like I said, let me know if there's a solution to that. Let me know if you guys have a optimal setup with the laundry, or better yet, let me know how the regime is. How are your regimes? Do you guys let the prisoners have more free time, or do you guys make them work a long time? I'm interested to see how the other prisons are functioning. And I did watch other videos as well, just to check out the designs and layouts, and if my future prison could benefit from any changes. And most likely, as I watch more videos, more adjustments will come to future iterations of my prisons. But at the moment, I think this is the best design I have come up with. Like I said last time, it allows for optimal travel to the various areas of the prison. The laundry is concentrated to the highest population area. Well, that is once the full prison is implemented, since they are in that corner area, they'll be able to most effectively meet the needs of everyone else. There you go. We have all the cameras set up, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't have enough monitors to handle all those cameras, so we're gonna add 3 more monitors, and later on we'll be adding another set of monitors as well. So that's all done. And I do want to work on the aesthetic pleasures of the prison, so adding grass and pathways is on my priority list as well. Just not too sure when that's gonna occur. But the day has started. They're just gonna finish up their shower, and hopefully they resolve that issue with that machine. Hopefully that's not a jammed machine or anything. I'm not too sure if that's part of the game, but we're gonna add more machines beside there to help ensure that does not occur again. I'm not too sure why they didn't spread that out, but anyways, I digress. I keep going back to that, and we're gonna move on forward. Add some capacitors to make sure we don't have a widespread blackout. Yeah, we just have to wait for the monitors to be done. But besides that, I think we have all the essential things covered. We have all the workers working in the various areas of prison that's needed. I think I forgot to add guards into the visitation area. I'm not too sure if we do need guards there. I think I might just add one there just in case. Just for extra caution. Looking at the different pathways, I think the concrete tile is the best thing to go with, as it provides a fast walk speed, and I also like the crisp edges it makes. The other pathway, the one beside the dirt, I forget what it's called. I can't really see it from this video preview, but the other pathway also provides a fast walk speed. However, the edge of the pathway is always feathered, and I don't know, I don't really like that look. So we're gonna stick with the concrete tiles for the inside of the prison, and outside the prison where the parking lot and everything's gonna go, I think I'm gonna use the stone, the patterned stone. Gives a normal walk speed, but it looks fantastic. It looks really nice. So when we make the roads, we're gonna keep that in mind, and we're gonna use the stones for the pathways and whatnot. And by the side of the actual road where deliveries are made, if I could change that pathway into stone as well, I might go ahead and do that, just to make a unifying theme. And we're adding TVs again. And the reason why I'm adding TVs, if you didn't watch my last series, is because the recreation. I found that if you add the TVs in each cell, then it meets their needs for recreation more effectively. And I think they usually do that during the night before bed. They'll just flick on the TV and watch something, and that helps out reduce their needs for the recreation. Because I'm not too sure why, but most of them don't use the common room. It's right there for them to use, but a lot of them actually don't use it. So if you guys have problems with needs, for the recreation needs, then go ahead and jump onto the TV in each cell. It might cost a lot, but it'll keep your prisoners happy. And I think that's especially important for high-risk inmates, as well as they get a little testy when their patience is driven to the edge. So what do we have going on right now? I think there isn't too much. I went over all the major details. I got the prisoners working on the laundry, but for some reason they only work on the one side. They never reach far enough down to get to the end. And that is an issue. That is an issue. But we got our metal detectors and everything set up. Everything's looking fine. Everything's looking dandy. We got a bunch of trucks delivering sheet metal, I believe. And more sheet metal we have, the better it is, so we can make more plates and more money. Alright, we just skipped a frame, and now everything should be installed. We're getting prepped for extra monitors to be installed there as well. So we gotta add another security guard there. I think I already added him. I'm not too sure. But all the monitors should be functioning now. I did have a little blunder with the monitors before. For some reason, when I set them up, I set it up the wrong way, and I just had to flip them around. And right now I'm just thinking about the oscillations of the monitors. Not the monitors, cameras. I meant cameras. The oscillation of the cameras. It'd be nice if you set up your own oscillation pattern, just to ensure that there's no large overlaps between the two cameras, and you can get rid of as many gaps between cameras as possible. But I don't think that's a feature, not yet. At least maybe they'll add it. Maybe they could add a timer on how long a camera focuses in one direction, or maybe they could add like a freeze frame for the camera so it just points at one direction altogether. That could be cool. So we could add fixed cameras in certain locations. Even if it doesn't have a large function, it could add to the aesthetic pleasure of the prison. And another thing I noticed is that if you have multiple generators, then there's different color schemes for the wires, and that's pretty interesting. I did not notice that before, so that's a good touch. It definitely helps you out if you have a large plot of land and you have wires going everywhere. It's good to know where each wire is going and which power station is powering each appliance. Yeah, that's a good word. There we go. We're adding some grass there. I'm going to add some trees as well. Be a little eco-friendly in our prison, you know. Get rid of that CO2. And a happy world is a happy place, yes? Anyways, we got everything running. I think we're coming close to the end of this episode. There we go. You can see right there we have a different color for each power station. One's a bright, vibrant green, and the other is more like an olive green. Olive, army green. I'm not too sure how to describe that type of green, but it shows you which sectors are being powered by which power station, and that's a nice touch. And the grass is almost done, so I think I add the trees right about now. Yep, there we go. Adding the trees. Nice and even. Make sure everything's symmetrical. There we go. Fantastic. Looking good. But the middle part, I think that looks a little off-center, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain too much about that. We got also add some benches for their comfort. Keep them happy. Make sure they don't go riding. Their comfort level is important to me because the less agitated they are, the less likely they are to lash out to my employees. And with that said, we could go on, observe everything, add a few more workers to the cleaning cupboard. Make sure everyone's working, make sure everyone has a slot to work. I think I did max out the number of prisons I have right there. I'm not too sure how many I have working, but we do have 39 prisoners altogether right now. And so far so good. No unfortunate incidents of deaths and no escapes. So we're doing well right now. We're going to try to keep up that streak. We're going to try to maintain order in our beautiful prison right now. But as this comes to an end, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope this episode wasn't too boring. I know I jumped around during my speech a little, and hopefully that wasn't too confusing. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you later.